Welcome to this step-by-step tutorial on performing a maintenance for a straight hair system with a poly base. So, whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting your journey on non-surgical hair replacement, this guide will walk you through the entire process to ensure that this system looks fresh, natural, and undetectable. As you can see, this unit is definitely in need of a maintenance. You'll notice the front hairline where the adhesive has bled into the hair system. If the system was recently applied and it is holding really strong, you may want to lightly spray the base of the system with adhesive remover to loosen it up first, just to make sure that it's safe for removal. The first step to removing the hair system is using a dry rag. Begin at the back of the system and work your way towards the front, gently pushing the adhesive off. Notice how the base of the system turns white underneath. This happens mainly because the old adhesive is reactivating. This is a telltale sign of a client who may have an oily scalp, is a heavy sweater, or frequently gets their system wet. It also means that the client is likely overdue for maintenance. So, using the dry rag, push the adhesive from one side of the unit to the other. Make sure that you're firmly gripping the base and not the hair itself to avoid pulling out any excess strands of hair. This step may feel a little bit tricky at first, but trust me, it gets easier over time. The adhesive does tend to stick to itself rather than the base, so it will definitely roll off more smoothly with practice. If needed, use your hands and grab that old adhesive directly from the base of the unit and pull it away from the unit, right? Yes, it may get a little messy, but that's what soap and water's for, right? So focus on the task now, clean your hands later. Spray a little bit of adhesive remover on your client's scalp. You're gonna wanna use a fine tooth comb to gather any of the remaining residue. So once the majority of the adhesive is gone, you can thoroughly shampoo the scalp. Use this time to give your client a nice scalp massage while gently removing any leftover adhesive. This step makes sure that the new adhesive will bond properly. So if you find a spot that's lingering with adhesive after shampooing, spray the scalp with alcohol and use a comb to remove it gently. After you're done, just dry the client's scalp and hair with a towel before moving on. Now let's focus on the hair system itself. So if there's a significant amount of old adhesive stuck to the poly base, the adhesive remover may not fully clear it off without damaging the system. So take your time and gently comb through the hair while applying the adhesive remover. You can just keep applying adhesive remover as needed. Start by working your way around the edges of the hair system with a comb and the adhesive remover. It's definitely critical to remove all of the unwanted adhesive during this process because it is water resistant. So shampooing it alone will not be effective. So don't hesitate to use a generous amount of remover during this process. Once all of the adhesive is removed, shampoo the hair system twice just to make sure to eliminate all of the excess residue. You definitely want to use your fingers to work the shampoo through both the base and the hair system itself. Also, don't be scared to use hot water and high water pressure. They're going to be your friends here. This is human hair, so it won't be damaged by the heat or high water pressure. This is going to make sure that the process is a lot quicker and more thorough. After you're done washing, comb out the hair system while it's still damp. Oops. And if you drop it, just pick it back up. Make sure your client's not looking. So comb out the hair in the direction you plan to style it because how it dries definitely determine how it lays. If you want to make it a little easier, just lay the system on a towel while combing. It's going to help keep everything stable and make the process a lot smoother. Before applying the system, I like to do a dry run. I just place the unit on the client's head without the adhesive first. That way I can mark out my hairline. This step just ensures that the unit lands in the same spot during the reapplication process and it prevents any misplacement. After I'm done with that, I reshade the client's area of recession. Make sure to focus only on the short hairs that were buzzed down during the initial application. Be careful not to cut down any of the longer hairs surrounding the area to maintain a clean and blended look for your finished product. If you do cut it too far down, it will create a gap from the hair system and your client's existing hair. You definitely don't want that. Now it is time to reapply the adhesive or adhesive tape. So for this system, we'll work out any air bubbles in the tape. And apply it just behind the drawn on hairline. So I like to leave about a 1 inch gap at the front of the scalp just to ensure that the base of the unit kind of guides the hairline placement. Apply the tape directly to the unit's base for the front hairline, not the scalp. This trick just ensures that the hairline lands perfectly every time. It's going to save you a lot of time and effort. When applying the hair system, just make sure that you stretch out the unit properly to avoid the air bubbles, just like always. For this one, I worked it from back to front, using the client's area recession kind of as my guide. This method really helps me to land it precisely in the same position every time, but if you do prefer applying it from front to back, just make sure that you're relying on the hairline that you mapped out earlier because it's going to be very important that it lands in the same spot. Once your system is secured, comb out the perimeter of the hair into the desired style. I like to comb out all the way around the unit's edges just to make sure that no hairs are trapped underneath the base. This has happened to me once or twice before, and it's definitely crucial for achieving that smooth transition that you want to get between the client's natural hair and the system. Now, style the client's hair to their desired look. For this client, we're going to be doing a gentleman's cut, so pay attention to the perimeter of the system. Make sure to avoid cutting into the edges unnecessarily. This particular client had a previous hair transplant, so we're going to be keeping the sides fuller to camouflage the scarring. I like to use a shear over comb techniques because it helps me maintain the coverage for the scarred area, and it's not too aggressive for lightening the area above the scar. After I'm done with that, you're going to want to finish the look with styling products. But remember, less is more. Your clients won't be shampooing this daily, so make sure to choose lightweight products like hairspray or a light pomade for a polished look that's going to last. Now, they can also use a little bit of water in a spray bottle because that can help reactivate the product for daily styling. And here's the finished look. The scalp is clean, the hair system is perfectly blended, and every hair is in place. This client looks like they've never experienced hair loss. This is what a successful maintenance looks like: natural and undetectable. Thank you for watching, and I hope this tutorial helps.